You're listening to 8158 Podcast Stories of Sacrifice. But today, this is Off Duty, a special series inside the 8158 Podcast where we bring back past guests, pour a drink, and talk about life when the uniform comes off. No calls, no scripts, no pressure to relieve the heavy stuff. Just real conversation about who we are outside the job, the laughs, the lessons, and the life that happens after the shift ends. So grab your drink of choice, get comfortable, and join us for the off-duty conversation.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of 8158 Podcast, Off-Duty Edition. Today, we have two beautiful and wonderful guests who were recently on our podcast, Maisi and Katie.
Hello.
Welcome
Hi.
to Off-Duty. It's amazing to have you both on here at the same time. This is pretty great.
It's pretty great, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So, what's been going on with you guys?
Oh, boy.
I just traveled across the country to come visit her.
For a week.
Yeah, I've been here for almost a week now.
Oh my gosh. You can't stay apart, can you?
No.
Like, literally can't.
The separation anxiety is insane. We go like maybe a month without seeing each other.
Okay.
No, that's
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Just-
Who would have thought? I would have been like, yeah, come on a cruise with me.
She literally just messaged me and was like, want to go on a cruise? And I was like, I've never met you, but let's do it.
That's crazy.
It's gonna go
So
one of two ways.
Okay, so you guys met online, obviously,
Yes.
through TikTok.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you became friends, sort of,
Yes.
on TikTok.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, maybe.
And then all of a
yeah,
sudden,
maybe,
you just
yes.
this crazy woman decides to ask you if you want to go on a cruise with her.
And I was the crazy woman who said yes.
You know, when you're growing up,
like,
your parents tell you not to strangers.
But that's exactly what we did. So,
what
when
we
my
did.
mom
So,
asked,
like, when my mom asked,
how'd you guys meet? I'm like, the internet. But it worked out. We met because we enjoy the same things. We do the same thing. And so it's like, we just crossed paths and she was like, go on a cruise with me for a week. Okay, let's go. I never packed my bags faster.
God gave me the friend that I didn't know I needed.
And the timing was perfect. Nothing better than having a friend at
truly
the
was.
time
It
you need.
truly was. It's, yeah, you don't realize what you need until you have it. So,
And
it
I just want
worked
to
out.
remind
It worked
everybody.
out.
Yeah, it did. It worked out for both of you. And I just wanted to remind everybody that both of you work in EMS
Mhm.
from different states on the other opposite ends of the country.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely completely opposite sides, but like it's really cool to have somebody who works in the same field as you and like gets what you go through and you know what I mean? And it's also nice because she's been doing it a little bit longer than I have. So like I can pick her brain with things, you know what I mean? It's great.
I think the only way I could be further from you is if I lived like northern Maine.
Yeah. She's like way too many miles away from me.
She just has the audacity to live on the other side of the country.
Because it's my fault. Okay. You know what? Parents decided to live in Arizona.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, eventually you're going to have to move back east.
Exactly.
She's already trying to get me to move out here.
Well, if you don't like Arizona and it's too hot, you can always move back east. It gets cold.
Yep. You see,
See,
I
he's
know.
not wrong.
Yes, he's not wrong. I just don't do well in the cold. But being here for the last few days has been insane. Like, it's so beautiful and it's made me realize there's so much out there. You know what I mean? Like, I was really set on always living in Arizona growing up. And then as I've gotten older, I realized, like, I do want to move. You know what I mean? So I obviously don't know where life will take us, but Either way, she's stuck with me.
Aw, BFFs forever.
She's stuck with me. If she tries to leave me, then
You're going to be a crazy
She'll hunt me
stalker.
down. It's fine. I'm fine.
she knows too much. She can't go away. She's not allowed to leave. She's like the little, like, she's literally like the sister that I always wanted growing up, but never got. And now, like, you know, it worked out perfectly.
That's pretty awesome.
Mhm.
I'm very happy for you guys. You made a connection. Now you formed a beautiful friendship and one that's going to be long lasting. Those are
Oh,
important.
absolutely.
Absolutely. Look, if we could
Quality in a
survive,
friendship is important.
together for a week on a cruise, never meeting each other, we can survive anything.
Absolutely. Being
I
stuck
don't
on a
even
boat.
think we really fight. I don't think. Yeah.
But the thing is there's like a big difference is like, we don't fight, but we aren't afraid to tell each other like the truth. Like
Yeah.
if I'm messing up or if I'm doing something she doesn't necessarily agree with, she'll talk to me and vice versa. So it's no fighting. There's no like keeping things to ourselves. We're very vocal about telling.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's important. Yeah. Communication is key.
Definitely.
No,
Definitely.
absolutely.
Especially as we get older. And you build those friendships, we're too old to be playing around and like not tell things, you know?
You're grown adults now. You should be able to communicate.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I want us to be adults, but yeah.
Not adults are very communicative.
Can I cancel my subscription to adulthood?
No.
I don't want
I
to.
wish I could too. Yeah. I would like to cancel my adulthood ship and just go
Yes.
back to being a kid
Yes.
again. But
You know, Mom, when you told me you brought me into this world that can take me out.
yeah, go ahead and do that, please.
Right now. Right now.
That's crazy.
No, it's
So
not that
you guys
bad.
went on a
Not
cruise
that
together, and where did you guys go on this cruise?
So we went to Celebration Key, Carnival's new island type thing.
Okay.
And then we went to St. Thomas, and then Amber Cove.
Beautiful.
It was gorgeous.
I couldn't have asked a better person to come with me and be with me for that.
Absolutely. You guys had fun.
Yes. It was my first cruise, so obviously I was a little nervous. One of the best things I had ever done. That was so much fun. We rang in the new year together. And we spent our entire trip eating and tanning, reading our book. Like, it was the best vacations that you could have ever asked for.
Absolutely.
That's pretty awesome.
Except
That's
going home
amazing.
like a lobster.
I still have those tan lines.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't gone away yet, huh?
No.
Yeah, I still get farmer cans.
I at least wore sunscreen. She did not.
Uh-oh.
To be fair, I did. I just didn't reapply it because I was too busy napping.
You also fell asleep before you put it on.
I don't need the world to know that I don't know how to put sunscreen on.
Oh, naughty. That's why you have a friend. She's supposed to help you out here.
Have you tried waking someone up?
She knows not to wake me up, especially when I was just like face down in the chair, dead asleep. She just let me be, and it was fine. I just woke up with some very uneven sunburns, okay? Like, one leg was sunburned and not the other side.
It was great.
Yeah, it was definitely one of the best things I could have done. Like a random spur of the moment thing. It turned out to be so much fun, and it was so hard to come home.
Yep.
Like, the weather was beautiful.
Even after that, we went to Idaho and Washington together.
We don't.
That was in February.
So during the cold season.
It was still warmer there than it was here.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
They just, all my friends keep taking me to go to the cold places. Like,
Bitch, I took you on a cruise.
no. Idaho and Washington? Okay, when you're from Arizona, anything below 70 degrees is cold. And then it's rainy, and then it's rainy, like 30 degrees in Idaho. I'm like,
You saw snow though.
I've seen
For the
snow
first time?
before. No.
Oh.
We just don't get a whole lot of it in Arizona. Yeah. It has snowed a couple times, and it's beautiful. Like, it's such like a random thing for us, but if we want to see snow, we have to go up the mountain. You know what I mean? So we don't get it a whole. No.
I just want to point out that I missed her so much and was going through a really hard time. She bought me a pillow with her face on it.
That's so cute. Let's see this pillow. I want to see it. That's so cute. That's adorable. See, now you can sleep with your best friend next to your best friend and cuddle up with her. Aw.
She was going through a hard time, and I was just like, that's the hardest part about having a best friend that lives so many miles away, is that, like, you want to be there, but you can't physically. And she was going through some stuff, and so I sent her that. And then a while back, I was going through some stuff, and it was really hard because she wanted to be there, but she couldn't physically. You know what I mean? And so I sent a giant photo of myself to her on a pillow.
I just made sure she was eating and DoorDashed her food.
Aw, see?
Yeah.
She is taking care of you.
And that was what I told her. I was like, look, like, we might be miles away, but you were still taking care of me. Like, you made sure I was eating. You made sure that I was drinking my favorite drink, and, you know, that I wasn't alone, anything like that. You know what I mean? So, but it's hard when you're thousands of miles apart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
So now she's got a giant pillow with my face on it. It works. It was kind of scary to see it when I got here, though. I was like, very big head over there.
What do you mean? It's life size.
Or grounded.
I love you.
Mm-hmm.
Sisterly love. You got to love it.
Yeah, no.
That's amazing.
Yeah, definitely do.
I had no idea that's what she was sending me.
I never told her.
She was just like, I want a video when you open that package.
I told her she had something coming in the mail. I said, it'll be here this day. And I'm not telling you what it is. And she was like, okay. Because I've sent her stuff before when she was having a hard time. You know, like, one of those rough days, I've sent her like little goodies just to cheer her up, you know? And I didn't tell her about this one. See, I also sent her this. So, like, I didn't tell her because I really wanted it to be like a full-on like reaction. The day she opened it, I got the video, and I swear it was the best thing ever. It was so worth the 2-week wait.
What was her expression?
She honestly died. Like, she died of laughter more than anything because she opened it and was kind of like, what is this? And then she saw it and she was just done for. And then I saw it for the first time when I got here, and I was like, not my giant head in the corner of the bedroom. But it worked. It was cute. It cheered her up.
It did.
That's pretty awesome. It's always good to have a close friend like that. You know, small circle of friends is worth more than having tons of friends.
And I think And I think that's something that I'm learning right now and currently is I can give all of myself to someone, even if it's just a friendship. And realistically, if they don't show me the same effort and the same attention back, then are they really worth me giving all of myself to them?
Right.
And it's
Exactly.
one of those things where a few close friends, despite distance, mean more than a giant circle of friends who won't have my back when it comes down to it.
Right.
I think you learn that
Exactly.
a lot as you get older too, that you don't need a big circle. I think, when you're younger, of course, you kind of like correlate the two, like, oh, big circle, good friends. As you get older, you realize it's not the truth at all. You could have 3 good friends and that be all you need, which is obviously a very hard lesson to learn. But like she said, I have friends that are miles away and they're everything I could have ever asked for. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I do have obviously my good friends in person that live like next to me and whatnot, but it's just amazing to see that like you could have a friend that's miles and miles away that really shows up for you.
Exactly.
You learn, like she said, you learn that very quickly that everyone that you put your effort into doesn't mean that you get it back from them.
Right.
And it's also like, you may think that just because someone lives miles away from you, that you won't have big moments with them and you won't share them. I was on FaceTime with her when she found out she passed her A. And she was here with me yesterday when I found out about a job offer that I just received.
She was the first person to know when I passed my A national registry.
Yeah.
I called her after my test and I was like, I failed. And I was a little scared, but then I like was on my way to work and I was like, I have this random like thought to just check my email. I was like, hold on, Maisie, let me check my email. Checked it and I was like, Maisie. She's like, you passed, didn't you? And I was like, I did. She was the first person to know. And it was like,
I cried with her.
She did, because she also knew how bad I wanted it and like how hard I worked for it. But it was such a like amazing feeling knowing she was the first person to know. Like and she even knew before I said I passed. Like she was just like, you passed. I was like, I did. you know? And then yesterday I got to share a moment with her where she got some really good news. And I don't know, it just felt like the right place, right time, because both times that we've had something incredible happen, we've been with each other somehow, some way, which is just amazing. I literally told her, it was yesterday, that I was like, I'm so grateful she was the person that I was on the phone with when I found out that I passed my test.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because she gets to, and that's something she gets to like know that she was present for. You know what I mean? Like, which was crazy. Like I said, I called her because I thought I failed, but
Well, congratulations to you for passing. And Maisie, you had a job opportunity. What was that?
Going back to being a full-time firefighter at EMT.
Ooh, look at that! I got the right colors up there for you. My lights.
She
I got
did
the red.
that. Like, I've never been so proud because I know that it's going to be the best thing for her. And we're both very guilty of this. I think we're very hard on ourselves. Career-wise, academically, life-wise, you know what I mean? And so we obviously see her very differently than she sees herself because we're looking on it from like the outside. But, she's obviously scared. She's nervous. She's like, what if I don't get it? Or, dude, you've got this, like that. And then so the other day she got the phone call and I was right there and I was like, told you. Like, there was no doubt in our mind that you were going to get it. Like, so it was exciting.
That's
It was
pretty awesome.
exciting.
Well, congratulations to
Thank
Maisi.
you.
We love that for you. We really do.
I'm
And
very
we're
excited.
very proud of both of you. Yeah. You should be. Both of you should be excited.
It's definitely really nice to be able to share those big life things with people that genuinely want to be a part of it. Like, obviously, she was there when I passed my test. And then, this big opportunity for her. I start the paramedic program in September. So chances are she's going to have to listen to me for the next few months cry about how stressed and exhausted I am. But like,
I told you I'd help you.
yeah. But like when I take my test, it'll be so exciting that I get to share that news with her again. Like she saw me get my advanced EMT and now my medic. It's exciting.
That's amazing. That is so amazing. And we are both proud of you.
We love you guys so much.
Appreciate that.
We do.
We like to think of ourselves as more than just a podcast.
You guys are.
Oh,
like,
definitely.
Especially having my back with everything that I dealt with. That meant the world to me.
It was an honor to do so. And, when we say we're going to do something and we have your back, we mean that. We truly do.
I think that's the best part about social media is meeting the people that you never thought that you would and the people that you never thought that like you would like, I guess in a sense, like need. You don't realize it until you have it and you're like, holy crap. I've had so much support from social media people that like, it blows my mind to see how much people can come together and support people that they don't even live in the same city or state. Like you guys, for example, you guys have always been supportive and, kind and loving. We don't live in the same state, but you find your people, which is so beautiful.
That's pretty awesome that, social media, it can be good and it also can be bad, but we're trying to utilize it for good.
Absolutely.
We're utilizing it for the good and, we're building connections. You guys are building connections and we're trying to make a difference. And that's what we want to do.
Actually.
I started TikTok like more just so to like show people through like EMT school because I watched a lot of people who did the same thing before me and I was like, they helped me, now I want to help.
Yeah.
And that was crazy because I never expected my TikTok to go the way that it did. But I'm grateful for it because it brought me some of the most amazing opportunities, like learning moments. My best friend, like,
That's like, I started my TikTok not just because I wanted to, but it's, hey, I saw no one that was a female doing the job that I was doing on social media and the job I wanted. So I know for a fact that there is some little girl out there, and I say little being younger than me, that will see that and be like, well, if she can do it, I can do it too. But also
Right.
being that mentor that I wish I had. And that even follows me through into my real life in the students I precept, the baby EMTs I precept, all the students that I help as an adjunct.
yeah. It's crazy, like, what you can do with social media when you use it.
Appropriately.
Obviously had some crazy life things happen the last few months. So I kind of took a little bit of a break from social media because I needed to just focus on like in-person life. But the amount of people that I've met from TikTok that had my back over the last few months is insane. And it's so crazy because If you would have told me a few months ago my life would be where it is right now, I'd probably laugh at you and be like, no. But like, I am genuinely so content and happy and thriving. But it was also because I had such a great community to pick me up when I needed it. Her, for example, door dashing me Dunkin' from thousands of miles away. Yeah. Yeah. So like, literally, she knew exactly like what I wanted, made sure I was eating. Could not have done as much as I've done the last few months without the community that I made from TikTok. You know, because we use it for
good.
For good. We want to make a difference. We want people to see inside of our lives on the good and the bad days. You know, obviously that comes with a lot of struggles. Those people are not very nice on social media, but
I mean, look at the comment.
yeah, we get some crazy comments, and it's like, you know, we're just trying to like support and love each other, and yeah, hmm yeah, yeah. But I don't think everybody has the same idea of social media. You know, like
There's
or
always negative Nancy's out there.
yeah, and like the judgment, you know what I mean? But it's all worth it when you get to meet the people that you make connections with and you make a difference in people's lives. Like I've gotten message, I know Maisi has, from people who are like, thank you for everything that you've done. And like, you know, you've helped me or you taught me this. Like it's so crazy to know that you can do that with social media.
So it was definitely well worth it.
Oh, so worth it. Like I'm so grateful little baby EMT student me decided to be like, here's EMT school, you know?
It's so funny because actually both of my absolute best friends I met because of TikTok. Yeah. Both of them live thousands of miles away from me, but it's truly because of TikTok.
Right. You know, it's funny because I never liked TikTok. I didn't really like social media at all. I was hardly ever on social media because there was a lot of bad stuff happening on social media and stuff like that. And I've had my own bad experiences with my past marriage with social media and stuff. So I really didn't like it all that much. But, you know, being with Brianne and, you know, starting this podcast, like I say, and, you know, like you said, with TikTok, you would never know that you would be exactly where you were without having that avenue. Because I never thought I would have a podcast. I never thought I would be a DJ on a radio station, let alone 3 radio stations and owning one of them. You know what I mean? So,
It's you never expect any of that, you know?
right.
I learned very quickly life can change and you never know what life is going to bring to you. Like in the last little bit of time, I've had a lot of opportunities, a lot of good things happen to me that I would have never thought about. Um but it's like you never really know unless you put yourself out there. I mean, like you talked about the DJing. I never expected to be a DJ. Like it was just not something that I had ever thought about. And then I got the phone call and I was like, you know what? Let's go for it. You know, and it's been fun. Obviously, it's a giant learning curve for me.
Yeah.
Not
absolutely.
you almost throwing your laptop yesterday.
Yeah. So I was doing my thing, you know, and my
Not
computer
yesterday,
decided
years
to
ago.
freeze. And I had already like done what I needed to do partially, and it all didn't save. I was like, I'm gonna throw this laptop. And then I was like, okay, we just gotta restart from the beginning. But I never thought that I would be doing that. And like I said, it's a giant learning curve right now because it's not something I've done before. But it's been so cool to be able to be like, yeah, like I I'm doing this. I'm learning something. I'm meeting new people. You know what I mean? But it all started because I decided to put myself out there on TikTok.
Right. And you're also going to build more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead, Macy.
There's a group of us that we have a group chat, all from TikTok. And more recently, like you've had them on your podcast. And it's so cool for them to be like, I'm going to be on this podcast. And Katie and I are like, hell yeah, like go do it. Take them up on their offer. Like you're not going to regret it. And then seeing like the happiness and being able to talk to them afterwards about like the weight lifted off their shoulders and how therapeutic it was when they didn't really expect that. And it's so
Right.
cool to be able to support all of them and to be there for them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have given people a platform and a voice to talk. I mean, you did for the both of us, obviously separately and now together.
Now together.
Yeah. But like you gave me a platform where I was obviously scared to talk about a lot of things, you know, because putting yourself out there and telling your story can be scary. But we've had a really good talk about this where we talked about sometimes people don't know that they're not alone in something that they've gone through. Then they hear people talk on a podcast and they say, wait a minute, I relate. And that can give people the confidence to speak up, to, you know,
Yeah.
talk to people about what they've gone through. But that all started when, you know, you've asked these people to come out and talk. You've given them a platform and a safe place to talk about their life. A lot of us, you know, especially all of my friends, like we've all gone through hell and back. But like you gave us the opportunity to talk about it, which allows other people to get the courage to do it. You know what I mean? So you've given everyone a safe place to talk.
That's good to hear. I'm glad that this is happening. It wouldn't have happened if we hadn't lost my cousin, but and all the same, in his spirit, he gave me the courage to do it because
But you
obviously
took
I was not a very
something very like traumatic and life altering and turned it into something so incredibly beautiful. Like we all go through things in life and you have the choice to decide, do I let this break me or do I let it build me? I mean, I've talked to you guys about losing my dad. It's one of the worst things ever. Right? And it's something I deal with every single day. But I took what I went through and created the life that I have now. And I couldn't be more grateful for it. It's tough. It's exhausting. But I wouldn't trade a single aspect of it for anything in this world. But I took losing my dad and turned it into something that was meaningful and like beautiful for me in the memory of him, just like you did. You know what I mean?
It's one of those things, and not to get like overly religious, because I'm not someone that throws my religion or any other religions down people's throats, is God has a plan for everyone. Everything happens for a reason. Even if that thing is negative, there's a reason behind why it happens. And it's finding the positive in that situation and the reason why that happened. And yours could have been the podcast. And it's one of those things where it's you take a step back and you're like, okay, this happened because it allowed me to go do this, or it made me a stronger person, or it taught me how to deal with more difficult situations. There's always a lesson that is valuable underneath everything happening.
You know, losing my dad taught me a lot. Like, a lot more than a 10-year-old should probably learn. But it taught me so much. And I look at like where my life is right now, and I could not be happier. I genuinely feel like I'm exactly where I need to be with who I need to be with. And like, I've learned a lot about myself and my life and what I want and what I don't want. And she's been there with me through it, but we all go through life-changing things, but it's up to you to make it into something. And that's, I think, like I said, what you did ultimately. Like, you went through something, obviously something wouldn't wish upon anybody, but you created a space for every single one of us to come out and talk about our stories and not feel so alone, because I think life and grief and everything like that can be very lonesome sometimes. You know what I mean? Especially when people are like, we should be over it by now or whatever, but
There's a hole in your heart. You're never gonna get over that.
yeah,
You can fill it with dark humor, but
I do feel it with dark humor. I do have a sweater that says, what does it say again? Something
Dead Dad's Club?
something like that, yeah.
Or what is it, Dead Dad Issues or something?
Down to Earth Dad's Club. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, like I said, you created something so beautiful that, like,
Out of something so negative.
yeah. Which a lot of people, they don't do that, which again, we all cope in very different ways, you know what I mean? Um, but you turn that into something, and now you get to honor him every single time that someone sits here and talks with you. You're honoring him and giving them a place to talk,
Right.
which
And
I
hopefully
think a
saving a
lot of
life.
people need.
Saving a life.
I mean, my episode was like the first time I'd ever openly talked about a lot of that. And it was therapeutic. It truly was. And since I've done that, it has caused me to grow so much as a person and to start coping with trauma that I didn't know I had, but also recognize what I want out of life and who I want in my life.
Absolutely.
Which is, I think, very important, obviously.
Right. I definitely had to cut ties myself with family members and things like that because they were just not conducive to my mental health.
I'm a firm believer that blood does not make you family. She's my sister. We're not blood.
Right.
I'm closer to her than a lot of my family.
That's the other thing.
How close you are. See, look at it.
We're all. It is true, though. Like, as you get older, I think you really realize, like, who your family is. And you're either super close with them or you realize, hey, this is not what I want to be a part of. And that's okay. Because as I've gotten older, I've realized a lot. And I'm like, it's not something I really want in my life. But I am on the path of building my own family. Whether that's, like Maisie, just like literally my long lost sister. But I'm building my own family of people that I know will never sit at a table where I'm not wanted. They won't talk about me. And if they do, it's something they've already said to my face. You know what I mean? Chances are they're like, Katie, you dummy. But like,
Big head.
Yeah, big head too. Like, Maisie I can tell you right now, we walk into a room, if I'm not welcome, she's not staying either. And it's not because she feels obligated. It's because that's our friendship. Yes. But you will sit at a dining room table with your family where you're not wanted. You get up and they talk about you. That's not how it should be. I hear sirens. It's like that movie where he's like, people.
Yeah.
Not after the conversation.
We will return after this quick ad break.
The William H. Bill Butler Jr. Foundation is on a mission to honor first responders and support those who serve. We provide scholarships for families who have lost a hero in the line of duty, offer second chances to juvenile offenders who are working to rebuild their future, and help new recruits pursuing careers as first responders. Through generous donations and the sale of merchandise, we're building a community that uplifts, empowers, and creates lasting impact. You can be a part of this mission as well. Visit 8158podcast.com to donate or shop today. Together, we can support those who serve, honor those we've lost, and give hope to those who need it most. Behind every badge is a story, and behind every story is a sacrifice. This is the 8158 podcast, where we honor the lives and legacies of first responders and their families. If our mission speaks to your heart, if these stories move you like they move us, join us on Patreon. For just $5 a month, you'll get ad-free listening, exclusive merchandise, behind-the-scenes content, and video episodes only available to our patrons. This isn't just a podcast, it's a movement, and you can be a part of it. Support us at patreon.com/8158podcast. Let's continue to share the stories that deserve to be heard.
There's just something about that first cup of coffee. For a lot of us, it's not just a routine, it's a reset. Before the shift, after the call, or in those quiet moments when everything finally slows down. That's why we're proud to partner with Fully Involved Coffee, a brand built around something bigger than just caffeine. This is coffee for a cause. Fully Involved Coffee supports first responders, veterans, and the communities that stand behind them. Every bag, every cup is part of a mission to give back to those who serve. And the coffee itself is fire. Small batch roasted, high quality beans, bold enough to get you through long shifts, early mornings, and late nights. From strong, no-nonsense roasts to smooth blends and even flavored options, plus tea if that's more your speed, they've got something for everyone. This isn't just good coffee, it's coffee with purpose. Head on over to 911gogojuice.com, use the promo code 8158 at checkout to support the mission and save on your order. And when you sign up for their monthly subscription, you'll get 10% off. So whether you're on duty, off duty, or just taking a moment to breathe, Fully Involved Coffee, brewed for those who serve and those who stand beside them.
The conversation we had yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Station was that? I want to know.
Paranormal experiences we had as kids.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, you got to tell me about that because we do have a podcast, Beyond the Backroads, and we tell stories about that.
I think I was like 10, and I was at my dad's for the summer, and at the top of the stairs, there's a gate. And I didn't hear the gate, but I heard footsteps come down the stairs. Mind you, it's midnight. I should be in bed. I shouldn't be on my iPod. So I fling my iPod where it's supposed to go, and I pretend to be asleep because I hear these footsteps. And after a while, I feel like I'm still being watched, but I'm like, no one should be down here anymore. And I slowly turned over, and there's this black shadow figure in my doorway watching me. And it was too big to be my dad or my stepmom. Or no, too little to be my dad or my stepmom. Too big to be my stepbrother. And the same goes with the footsteps. And I tell my mom about this. And she's like, describe this figure to me. So I did. And she goes, Maisie, that same figure used to watch you and play with you when you were a kid. My mom told me this crazy story where she came in my room one night because she heard the rocking chair that was in my room. And the chair was moving, rocking back and forth, and I was dead asleep.
Moly.
And literally used to play with my toys and stuff with me.
We had this talk after we passed by a cemetery. And I was like,
she's like, do you want to go play with dead people? And I said,
Yeah.
Summon dead people. That's what she said.
And then we got into the discussion of like Ouija boards and all that weird crazy stuff, right?
Yeah.
So then I said, wait a minute. You had an encounter. I had too. She had asked me, was it before or after your dad died? And I was like, before. Because my little self was running into the bedroom being like, Dad, help me. Dad. The first time, I just remember like rolling over and I just saw this like shadow figure in like the center of my room just spinning. And it was like this figure. And to me, it looked like the Terminator at that age. Okay. I don't know. And I hid underneath the blanket. Bad idea because it was really hot under there all night. And I tried to get my dad to come in, but he didn't see anything, you know what I mean? And he's like, you're just dreaming. I was like, no, I was not. Give or take some time. I'm laying in bed again and I roll over and like I like look up and there's this figure standing over me with like the hair in front of their face. And I couldn't see their actual face. Of course, I panic and hide underneath the blanket again. Never saw it after that. Those were the only times I had ever seen those. But that's what started the conversation was summoning dead people, apparently. And
I said, I don't think playing with a Ouija board is a good idea for me.
No, probably not a good idea.
Especially to this day, my mom. So my theory was that it was a family member that passed before I was born because it never tried to hurt me. It literally just played with me and watched me. But my mom couldn't think of a family member outside of, I think it was an uncle, like a great uncle maybe, that died even before my mom was pregnant with me. But then I never saw it after that one time. So we have no idea what it was, who it was, if it's still with me or what. But I also did back in 2019, I think it was, I got into a car accident and I was T-boned so hard that my axle was shaken up in my transmission. I walked away from that car accident.
Oh, wow.
And the other wild thing is the car was a Pontiac. My window was down. I had a cut on the back of my arm. That was the shape of the Pontiac symbol, and we have no idea where it came from.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah.
Moral of the story, I'm going to stay far away from you when you get into car accidents.
Has my driving scared you?
No, actually, your driving's really great.
I thought.
Except for when you go through the roundabouts.
The roundabouts are not my fault.
No. I learned very quickly coming here. The amount of roundabouts that this place has. I don't understand how they work to this day. Okay, baby, I just go and I just pray that it's my time to go. Because if not, I'm just going to go straight through them. You're going to catch me going down the middle because I do not understand them. I will go in a circle before I figure out which exit is mine.
Which, in fairness, this town has like a ridiculous number of roundabouts.
It does.
Because they're, quote, safer than stoplights.
No.
Like, you drive 5 minutes from my house and you've already hit 3 of them.
Holy moly.
I learned very quickly how many they have here. And I was like, and you want me to move here? You're going to have to come save me because I'm going to be going round and round and round and round in this freaking roundabout because I don't know how to get out of it.
Oh my gosh.
There's a few of us that make the joke that if there's bad drivers, it's because they're dizzy. Because there's so many of them.
I also did learn that their names are also rotaries.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that. Yeah. Well, we don't have a whole lot of them in Arizona. Like, occasionally in like some neighborhoods we do. Not the way they do here. You pass a stoplight and the next thing is a freaking roundabout and then you get to another roundabout. But I learned they were called rotaries. She brought it up and I said, what's a rotary? She's like, it's the roundabout, Katie. I was like, what?
Mind you, as we passed the giant sign on the way to Boston that said Rotary ahead.
I was like, what's a rotary? She's like, it's a roundabout. I wouldn't know that. But I learned very quickly that I would not survive with the amount of roundabouts.
Just be glad you don't have to do it with a semi with a 53-foot trailer.
There's a reason that none of them have sharp curves with them, because the trucks can't go through them if they had them.
So they have to be smooth.
It's insane.
They have to be smooth so they can go. Their trailers can go over
The
top of them.
majority.
Yep.
Some of them only really have, if anything, a small circle in the middle with like trees, but a lot of them are just plop of round pavement.
You're gonna catch me going through the tree then. Just
Dukes of Hazzard.
yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have a few of those
moral
in
of the
Kentucky.
story, you're not driving to Boston.
No. I'm passenger princess. What do you mean? I have been for the last week.
Dear princess.
I think I made her a baseball fan.
She took me to the Red Sox game at Fenway Park.
Oh, that is so awesome.
It was incredible.
Boston is a very historic city, and I love Boston. I'm a huge history nerd, but Boston is beautiful, and the history behind it is just insane.
That's pretty awesome.
Look, I don't know the rules of baseball. You ask me what's going on, I don't know. But I can tell you that was something I thoroughly enjoyed. Environment, the game, everyone just together having fun. The food. I did get myself a hot dog. Lost my wallet. I found it though.
You found it, don't worry.
Where I bought the pretzel that I ate. Yeah. And we just enjoyed the game, and it was beautiful. Plus, I feel like that's such a bucket place to go. It's on a lot of people's bucket list, and I was like, that was the coolest thing ever. I would do.
Bless you.
Bless you. I would do again in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've seen many baseball games in my time.
It was not just special to me because it was with my best friend, but I grew up watching baseball games on TV with my grandfather, who baseball means a lot to him. And it was really special to not just be there with her, like I said, but to finally see a game in person. And ironically, I was sitting next to an older gentleman who very much reminded me of my grandfather. And him and I were talking about the game periodically. And it made me think of him. And I was texting my grandfather, sending him videos and pictures the whole time. And it was just very, very special. And also, props to Fenway for having a gluten-free food stand. I'm anaphylactic to gluten now.
I think I remember that you said something.
So it was just an intolerance. Katie and I went on the cruise, and I got gluten by mistake, and I went into an anaphylactic reaction.
I wake up one morning and I'm like, Maisi, how did you sleep? It's like terrible. I was like, oh, okay. I'm just not going to talk to you because I don't know if you woke up on the wrong side of the bed or what. She was so sick. We went and tried this new Italian place the night before. And normally, if we ordered the same meal, hers would look slightly different because of her allergies. We didn't really think much of it because we ordered the same thing, but they looked pretty identical. So we think it was when we went to the Italian place. But I was all excited waking up in the morning. I was like, good morning.
And I'm dead in my bed.
Yeah. She was like, I was up on, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just that was pretty rough for her. But Fenway did have an entire place of gluten-free stuff for her. Yeah.
I got to eat a hot dog at Fenway Park. Nothing I thought I would ever be able to do because of my allergies, but
I will say their hot dogs there were really good. I'm normally not a fan of hot dogs.
me either.
But
I don't know if we had the same hot dogs or not, but
I just really don't. It's
They were
because
good.
I ate them a lot growing up, especially like camping and things like that. But I was like, you gotta do it. You're at a baseball game. And it was one of the best hot dogs I've ever had. I was like, you're coming home with me.
I also surprised her with some very good seats.
Oh, really?
We were right by the home dugout. So right by the Red Sox dugout.
Right
Oh,
there.
wow.
We walked out and I said, Maisie, how did you get these? Like, I was shocked because you just kind of like, okay, you're going to go to a game. You kind of just sit wherever, like, you know what I mean? No.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. We were right there, which was absolutely so beautiful. And then, like, just like the crowd and everyone there together having fun. Like, it just was so nice.
It was so cool for her to experience like the culture, especially in Boston. Because like you can hear it talked about where like Ortiz's speech after the Boston Marathon bombing happened. But that community is still there. It's still there. That community has always been there. And especially when big like major tragic events like that happen. But in general, when everyone's in Boston, especially when you're at an event like that, they're all there to enjoy the event. They're all happy. They're happy to be there. They're happy to be in Boston. And it's just a whole different community and a whole different feeling. And it's amazing. And it rings through not just Red Sox games, but Bruins games. I haven't been to a Celtics game, so I can't speak for that. But like just even when you're in Boston, it's a totally different atmosphere and a totally different community.
I think that's one of the best things about like traveling is I've been able to experience so many different things. This girl almost had me go rock climbing.
We were supposed to go rock climbing today.
No. I didn't bother to ask her any questions when she asked me to go rock climbing. So then I'm on my way here. And everyone that knows I'm on my way here is like, what kind of rock climbing are you doing? Inside, outside, on a giant mountain? I'm like, that's a good question. Good. I don't know what I just signed myself up for.
I didn't know what I signed up for.
She didn't know either.
So in fairness, one of my close friends does rock climbing. And he was like, do you and Katie want to go? And I was like, I can ask her. So I did, and she said yes. And I was like, sure, we're in. I didn't ask any other questions. And
we're just two girls who don't ask questions, apparently.
And it wasn't until this morning, the place that he was going to take us is actually closed, and it closed very, very recently, like after we had made the plans. So,
but she almost took me rock climbing, and we had no idea what kind of rock climbing we were doing. Like, was I going to be outside on the side of a mountain or like on one of
it's not that scary. It's really not. I've done it.
Well, you must not value your life then, because I value mine, and I will not be climbing up a mountain. But that's the thing, like, on my way here, she was like making plans of like what we were going to be doing and showing me
awesome.
around. Like, we spent a lot of time like driving and looking at the views, and you know what I mean? And it's been so cool, one, to be like a part of her world here. You know what I mean? 'Cause obviously we talk about it and I hear about it, but being one with it is super cool. But then like seeing how beautiful this place has been, it's gorgeous here. The weather, first off, I don't know how the heck I'm supposed to go back to Arizona in 100-degree weather when it's like 60 degrees and sunny outside right now. Like, gorgeous. We had the top off. We were of the vehicle.
I drive a Bronco.
Of the vehicle, Katie. Of the vehicle, everyone. I would just like PSA announcement, everyone. I can be like, what did you guys do on vacation?
You guys have been wilding out if you was doing something like that.
Listen, everyone thinks that they need bail money when we're together, but we haven't done anything.
We're just chaos gremlins and keep ourselves out of trouble.
Honestly, all we've done is relax, have fun, eat, get ice cream. We haven't done anything that would put us behind bars, okay?
That's a good thing.
I value my clean record a little too much.
Oh, but you don't value
Am I
your
just-
life and you don't go rock climbing?
Listen, it was for rope rescue.
Okay, that's fair.
It's a lot of fun, and I made the joke, and it still kind of rings through to this day, is that trusting ropes is easier than trusting people. And I won't lie, like I was so scared when I showed up to this class, and I said, "You're gonna make me hang off a what? We're gonna go where? We're gonna do what?" But so the fire academy has a training tower in one of their buildings, and I believe it's 4 or 5 stories tall. And we not only went out one of the windows, but then we also went over the top of it. And then our final was we went to a cliffside and performed out like simulated rope rescues. So someone would belay down to a very, very small part of the cliff, and we had to rescue them.
Okay.
So
That's
See, it sounds fun.
it is.
It is fun.
Okay, well, I
I've
guess
done
I'm
it
gonna have to
before.
play with them for one day.
I mean, you're gonna get fire 1 too, so you could.
That I am. I plan hopefully soon to get my fire 1 and 2.
I've corrupted her.
I'm obviously doing the medic program first, getting that done, but hopefully after that, then we'll do fire 1 and 2. So we'll see.
Medic school will come eventually for me. I took a semester off of school because I was so burnt out. I was ruining my GPA. I went from a 3.8 to a 2.9. So before it got worse, I said, I need to take time off. So I took a semester off, and my classes start back up next week.
Oh, there you go.
So I'll finish
It's always
that. I'll
good to
finish
take
that
that
and
time,
then
yeah.
medic school.
Yeah. Sometimes you
I
just
think-
need a
yeah.
break.
Absolutely.
Don't worry about
Absolutely.
Yeah.
burnout.
I think that's really, especially like, the cool thing is I have a best friend who has the same drive to learn, which is super important to me because we can kind of grow together and we always want more for ourselves. You know what I mean? So like, obviously I start the paramedic program and I know every step of the way that this poor girl is going to have to listen to me. She might as well get the degree with me, okay? Because she's
well.
going to be a part of it. But it's so nice to have somebody who has the same drive and is supportive of like me doing something else too. You know what I mean? She's been very big on telling me to do fire 1 and 2. Since before I could even, It's what's stopping me?
It
The other
opens so many doors.
I think it'll be great to see what doors open for me. Because right now, I don't have that. So my options are very limited as to what I can do or like where I can work. But I need more options for myself out there. You know what I mean? And so,
I mean, especially if you move up here,
exactly.
because we're all fire.
Never know.
We're all fire based up here, for the most part.
And like, you know, where I work, there's a lot of fire services, but I don't have any of that. You know what I mean? So options are very limited. Not saying I'm not grateful for where I work now, because like I feel like I've learned so much from being there. And I've had a lot of great opportunities. But you need to have your options. And I don't think you can ever stop learning too much. You know what I mean?
Right. You can always learn something. It's never too late to learn.
The day you think or say that you can't stop learning in this field, there is the door. Because if you think you know it all, you think you've learned it all, get out. That's not the case.
Like she said, especially in this field, it is constantly changing. I've been doing it for 3 years now. From the first year to now, the amount of changes that has happened just in that time frame is insane. So it's a constant learning, like, ability, you know what I mean? Like, a chance, whatever, you're constantly learning. And if you feel like you don't have to learn, I don't know what to tell you, but that's not the mindset to have, especially in this field.
I mean, when I took my EMT, we were still learning on LMAs and king tubes. By the time I passed on registry for EMT, king tubes weren't really a thing, and eye gels were suddenly approved and on every truck. And I had no idea what they were.
See, I learned with the Kings too. And then we had them for a little bit of time, and then all of a sudden they were like, now you're getting these now. Which is, again,
When did
fine.
you take your EMT?
2023.
Okay.
So like it's constantly changing. Like I said, from the first day I started to now, the different changes that we've had, the new studies that come out, things like that. Like it's always changing.
I mean, the same goes with fires, is that because of the materials used, is they're burning faster and hotter than they ever used to. So tactics have to adapt and change.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is true.
It's
Times
yeah.
change,
Yeah.
materials change, and techniques change.
Oh,
not her.
It looked like it was in your eye.
Oh, I thought she was trying to pet me. Yeah. It sounds like Miss Madeline Gibbs. Miss Mary? She's sleeping. Oh.
This girl thinks she's gonna steal my cats.
I don't think. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to steal your cat. I'm just going to steal you.
That's
Or you
fine.
could just move there and then you could just be there all the time.
Exactly. She can move here. Like, she just doesn't have to go home. She can just stay here.
I literally go back to work the day I get back.
Guess what? Consider this a resignation.
If my boss is watching this, no, it is not. I didn't need my job. My boss is going to call me. So, did you resign? No, I did not. I will be there, I promise. Yeah, literally.
Well, that's
I'm
one of the
actively
reasons why I
trying to
stick with the
figure
job
out-
I got.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair.
I stick with the job that I have because it gives me the time that I need to do everything that we do.
Yeah. That's always nice when you can have a good work-life balance, and it's very important.
Right. So I'm not just a slave to work. I can come home and
Exactly.
do other things.
Yeah, that's very important.
What's a work-life balance? I wouldn't know. Just kidding. I am starting a new schedule when I get back, and I'm super excited about it.
Don't
That's
worry,
pretty
I
awesome.
lecture her on mental health all the time, including work-life balance.
Absolutely.
She
You got to
does.
have that.
That's one thing I've learned within the last couple months is things that I learned that I enjoy, and then things that I forgot that I enjoyed. And finding that again has been so rewarding and refreshing. I ran 2 5Ks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I my friends suggested it. In the moment, I said I needed new friends because why are we running 5Ks on the weekend? But I learned, with doing that, I was like, I miss running and I enjoy it. And it brought me a lot of peace, you know what I mean? But I've really tried to do that work life, not get so lost and work.
Aren't you signed up for a third one?
No, but I am going to try to go run one for my birthday.
There you go.
So if I die on my birthday, that's why. Because I thought I could run.
I swear to God.
I mean,
You're not allowed to die.
When my time comes, my time comes.
I don't give a shit. I don't give you permission.
Do you hear that? Death, I'm not allowed to die.
Dear Reaper.
Yeah, dear Reaper, my best friend said,
I do not give you permission.
Right.
Fair.
Does
Okay,
not have permission.
permission.
Okay, we can die together.
Okay. Like a Romeo
Maybe
and Juliet.
you end up like the character in the Green Mile.
That's sad. That's a tragedy. Oh my God.
Why not?
Romeo and Juliet is a tragedy.
Yeah, I know. I remember having to read that. I never understood that language.
Shakespeare's not that hard to understand.
Baby, that was so hard for me to understand at the time when they made us read it.
God.
Where are thou? Like, what?
Did you have to read Macbeth and Hamlet?
Yeah.
Macbeth's a good one.
See, now if I read them, like, it's very different. Like, I can appreciate it, I think, a lot more as you've gotten older. As a kid, when they hand the book to you and they say, read this, you're like, I don't want to read that. But, like, now as an adult, you can definitely find appreciation for it in a very different way.
Is now the time for me to tell you I had Shakespeare socks?
Shakespeare socks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have Powerpuff Girl socks.
Oh, no, they have his face on it. And a bunch of his, like, famous words. I told you I was a nerd.
It's okay. You're my nerd.
I have a book of William Shakespeare and all of his stories in it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love that.
I did find a really nice copy of books at Barnes and Nobles of I think it was a Shakespeare book, and it was this really beautiful book, but I was not spending the money on it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gorgeous.
Was it a hardback cover?
We love gorgeous books.
Yeah, it's one of those old looking books. Yeah.
You have a Kindle.
I don't care about the Kindle. You need the hard copy books.
Are we going to Barnes and Noble either?
Are you asking me on a date? Sold.
Hey, when I write my book, you should read it.
Absolutely.
Deal.
Absolutely.
Because we're working on that right now.
She's so toxic. Guess what she talked me into spending my money on day one of being here?
What's that?
A nice pair of cowgirl boots.
Yeah. See? That's a good friend.
Gorgeous.
Absolutely.
Stunning. And I've never bought myself like a good pair. So I said, might as well. I don't know how they're getting home. I'm going to have to figure out how to stuff them in my suitcase.
Just wear them home.
I would also
with the sweatpants.
I would love to point out that the suitcase she has, when we came home from the cruise, we both needed bigger suitcases. So before we left Miami, we went to TJ Maxx and both had to buy bigger suitcases.
Yeah, that was definitely not $80 I was planning to spend. But I needed to figure out how the heck all the stuff we bought on the cruise was going to come home. Because, you have all your stops and you're getting souvenirs. Like one for me, one for a family member, another for me. I had no room. We were sitting on our suitcases to leave the cruise. And so when we got back, she was like, I need a bigger suitcase. And I said, okay, yeah, I'll go with you. And the next thing you know, I'm walking out with a matching suitcase, basically. Yeah. Yeah.
She has the pink one. I have the blue one.
Is it a boy or a girl?
Why are we assuming gender?
You two are crazy.
I don't know who trusts us two together, but you know what? It's fine. Okay, well, anyways.
Are you good?
Yes, I'm good.
Wipe the tears from your eyeballs?
Fergie said big girls don't cry.
I think you missed the mark with the big part.
You know, I'm changing my flight. I'm going home earlier tomorrow.
Okay, there's the door.
It's really crazy because you just asked me on a date. I don't want to go anymore.
That's fine. I'll take myself.
No, I'm just kidding. I want to go.
Did I? Never mind.
What'd you do?
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't know who trusted us together, but they did.
Somebody did.
I'm sure they're questioning their life choices now, but it's fine. It worked out perfectly, though. She was doing this, and I was coming to visit. It worked out perfect.
Yeah, it's amazing, and I definitely love and appreciate having you both on here at the same time, and seeing how well you guys are together and how close you are. That is an amazing thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're
It's very
we're
rare
so
to have
close.
that.
I licked gummy bears and stuck them to her forehead.
She did.
Twice
now. She literally, yeah.
In fairness, the second time she asked me to.
That doesn't sound right. Please don't say that.
No, she asked me to lick gummy bears and stick them to her
To be
forehead.
fair, this girl pulled out like 2 gallon-sized bags of freaking gummy bears. I don't know, why do you have so many?
In fairness, they're the ones that come in the white and red bag that are really good.
They are really good, though. Yeah. But no, like there was no awkward moment between us. Like, we spent 7 days together. We either liked each other or we were going to hate each other. And it was like, there was not an awkward moment or awkward phase that we had to get through. Like, we literally just went in and were instantly best friends.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very rare
Yeah.
to find. Very
It
rare.
is. It is.
Yeah.
And it's kind of scary to make friends at our age now, you know, like you just really never know. But it worked out great. Now she's stuck with me. She asked me on one cruise and she's stuck with me.
That's fine.
A first date, and then we've seen each other literally like every other month after that.
Yeah.
She literally texted me one day and was like, come visit. I was like, okay. Booking my flight. I was like, I'll be there this day. Here you go. So it worked out.
So how come you didn't put her on the radio with you? Did she not want to talk on the radio?
Well, she was.
I was sitting in a chair and right next to her.
I'm pretty sure she's probably reading her smut book.
Do not call me out like that. Good news.
No, she was reading her manual to how to fix a car. Fix a car. Yes, that's what she reads. Car manuals. Yeah. No, she reads car manuals and how to put together furniture.
I hate you.
She was like in her little own world doing something when I was starting it, and then I had almost mental breakdown because my computer froze. And it was not working. And I was like, I don't know what to do. So I had to literally restart it. But because I had to restart it, it closed out the app. But like then it wouldn't let me save anything before closing it. So then I had to restart everything. And then Maisie was just in the corner sitting there. And she did make Lucky Charms.
We did talk about Lucky Charms.
And it's so funny because like we're so close, but doing that in front of her was also kind of like scary. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like one of those things where you're kind of just like, don't listen to me, you know? So I started it. Yeah. So I started it and then I looked over at her and couldn't help but laugh. And I was like, this is just not going to work.
Her and I look at each other and just start laughing. Mm-hmm. That's so bad.
We actually, right before we got on here with you, we talked about how we could never do a job interview together because they'd be like, act professional. It's not possible. It just wouldn't work. Like, they would fire us on the spot. So, yeah, she was just in the corner doing her own little thing. And then I was on the floor hiding because I was all embarrassed.
Listen, I was curled up in my blanket burrito, reading my book.
She has a lot of fuzzy blankets here, and they're my favorite things ever. Because it's cold here, okay? It's cold.
In fairness, I also keep my apartment at like 65.
Yeah.
So
it's raining outside and it's 65 degrees in here. I'm like, girl, it's cold.
Listen, I prefer to be bundled up in hoodies, sweatpants, and a fuzzy blanket.
That is very fair, though, because same. You know, it's crazy.
So you should buy a fuzzy blanket for the radio station with her logo on it. Sherpa blankets. They look pretty cool.
Well, I'm going to need to get one now. You know,
get the credit out, take my money.
I got one over here. It's a big one. It's the Diesel After Dark, which is pretty awesome.
I think it's so cool to like the fact that I've gotten the opportunity to do the radio show. Like that's so, it's so different than something I would have never expected. But it's been super cool. And the way that like everyone supports each other, like all the other DJs have like given advice or supported, you know what I mean? Like it's been so cool. But it's still scary doing, you know, your recordings. It's kind of like, what do I talk about? Hello, good afternoon. And then like you'll go to like record and say something and you'll completely forget your train of thought. And you won't remember until the very end. And you're like, well, it's on too late now.
When I talk about Lucky Charms.
Next one, I'm going to ask everybody, what is your favorite marshmallow from the Lucky Charms? Mine's the rainbow.
I think the heart. The pink heart.
The pink heart, too, yeah.
They still have the green hat.
I think I had, but I had the entire green Lucky Charms for what's that holiday?
St. Patty's Day.
St. Patty's Day. Thank you. I had the green box. The green box. So everything was green. But
oh wow.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. The next time I don't know what to talk about, I'm like, oh, Lucky Charms, y'all. Like Katie, you've talked about Lucky Charms every single episode.
You want to hear something really crazy? I never know what I'm going to talk about until I start talking, and then shit just pours out of my mouth.
You know, that is one thing that sometimes you just like word vomit, and then like, oh, I didn't know I was going to say all that. My bad. And now that we changed the times, I'm like, you guys have more. I have more time to yap with you guys. Like the
yapper.
Yeah, and it works out perfectly. You know, like I'll have like a conversation, and like before we had not a short amount of time, but it's obviously a lot shorter than it is now. So you really want to get everything in there. But then now you have a little bit more leeway with talking about things because of the time, which is a yapper's favorite thing.
You'd love to yap.
Mm-hmm. I'm a yapper. I was the social butterfly on all my report cards.
She's the extrovert. I'm the introvert.
My report cards growing up literally always said social butterfly. And then my parents were like, you need to stop talking in class. And was like, it's me making friends. But I was the kid that would get up in the corner. What do I call you?
I don't know.
Am I your charity case?
Would I be your charity case?
No. Am I yours?
Are you mine?
That's too much for my brain right now. I'm confused. You're confused?
I'm confused. You're confused.
I'm going to need to pop up in that Red Bull later.
Uh-oh.
Are we still sharing one brain cell?
Yeah, we've determined that we literally share one brain cell between the both of us.
Oh, conjoined twins.
Yes.
Ding.
Yes. And like, I don't remember
how that came up.
We were having a conversation and Nosy was like, dude, we're sharing one brain cell right now. And I was like, we always share
on the
one
way
brain
back from Boston. It was like midnight. And we were trying to have a conversation with one of our friends about something, and it just wasn't working. We're like,
We were talking about possums and armadillos and armor.
So yeah, because someone sent me a text message about them. And for whatever reason, my Apple CarPlay decided to start talking to us about armadillos.
It gave us an entire spiel about armadillos.
Yeah.
It did. But it's because one of our best friends literally said an armadillo is just a
Possum
with armor.
Okay.
And we were like, it is 12 o'clock at night. We have one brain cell between the both of us. Do not make us think like that.
Please don't.
And then Apple CarPlay gave us a whole spiel about armadillos. Yeah. So we've learned that we share one brain cell. And it's fighting for its life.
Who's taking custody of the brain cell when you go home?
I'll give it to you. Okay. Because then I can say I don't have brain cells.
Don't you need it for the airport?
No, baby. I run on hopes and dreams at the airport.
Okay.
Wherever the signs take me. I honestly...
But you need a brain cell to read.
Who said I could read now? Again, hopes and dreams.
Well, it's never too late to learn.
You're right.
I'm not teaching you how to read. Katie, it's not plugged in.
Again, one brain cell.
I guess
and apparently
that's
she has
so.
it. Yeah, it's okay.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So now you're ending the vacation time and the time you're spending with your besties.
Yeah.
It's coming to a close, unfortunately.
I go home tomorrow.
Oh my gosh. Well, at least you got to spend it together with me. I feel privileged.
It was super exciting when she brought it up. I was like, heck yeah.
I got the idea and I was like, wait, I feel like this is perfect.
Yes, it is perfect. And I was glad we waited because this is a great opportunity. You know,
I think it's cool because you've had both of us already on here. And now it's like the two of us together, which is super cool.
and that's kind of weird how life works that way.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. Because I remember when I did mine and then she did hers and I was like supporting her when she did hers, you know? So it's kind of cool to see that like it come in complete full circle and now we're sitting here together.
Absolutely.
Which
It's amazing.
It's exciting.
It's good to see you guys together and to see you happy and smiling and see,
That's all we do when we're together.
It's impossible to be sad with her. Like, there's been some stuff that's happened this week for both of us that ultimately hasn't been the best. That is one of those realizations: who your friends are, who supports you, what do we really want to be involved in. And despite it being sad and hopeful, it hurts, but at the same time, because we're together, it's like we have each other's back, but it's also really hard to be like super, super sad and like down in the dumps when we're together.
I think, yeah. And I think we both give each other the courage that we need to recognize things. Like she said, about the things that we want to be a part of, the things that we represent and want to represent. We're both there to give each other that like, I guess, courage that we probably wouldn't think that we had. And like she said, it's been a little sad and tough, but we've been able to help each other through it, which I think is just been perfect. You know, like we've sat and had some good talks, and just been there for each other. You know what I mean? So it is kind of sad and bittersweet to be going back home. But that just means I have to plan the next trip.
Absolutely.
You expect my ass to go to Arizona?
Yes, baby. I came here for you. You come to Arizona for me.
I'm gonna die.
I'll have every cooling thing that you need. You need a fan. You need the cooling hats.
I'm not just cold intolerant. I'm heat intolerant.
Oh my God. Okay, well, I'll get you a nice chest that you can sit in the entire time.
You can't do that either. You forget my body actually hates its life.
We'll meet in between somewhere where it's like not too hot but not too cold.
Kansas.
Why Kansas?
Actually.
Okay, yeah, we can go to okay. Let her know we're on our way to Kansas next.
Sounds good.
I thought we were like thinking of like the Wizard of Oz and like Dorothy and whatnot.
Do you think I have red wheels?
No, but we could get some.
I actually do have a pair, but they're not shiny.
Yes. So look at that. We've already got our next trip planned.
There you go. See the
It'll
Wizard
be
of
like
Oz.
in like a month and a half, and we can't stay away from each other. It's
The separation anxiety.
even when we're like thousands of miles apart, we still end up on FaceTime with each other for like hours.
Oh, we will literally FaceTime each other and do nothing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She gives me the courage to like clean up my house or do something productive.
That is fair. We have cleaned our house together.
Or I'm like, hey, I'm running some errands.
Exactly.
It works.
So she'll like run errands. I'll sit in my reading chair, be reading my book. It's fine.
Just don't ever ask her if you should buy something because she'll tell you yes. Especially when it involves books.
It was what, 5 books you walked out of Barnes & Noble?
Yes. 5. Did I need 5? No, I have a Kindle. But I did get 5 of them.
Weren't you just the person who said the Kindle doesn't matter?
Exactly. It doesn't.
But it does in that aspect, apparently.
Sometimes you just need that hard copy book and like just have it in your hands.
True.
You know what I mean? The smell of the book, the feeling of having the book in front of you, like it's just nothing beats that. How many books am I going to leave with today?
I don't know. I purposely got Kindle Unlimited because that's cheaper than me buying books every week. And I have no room on my bookshelves anymore.
Yeah.
Kindle Unlimited is only like $13 a month. And it's not uncommon for me to walk into Barnes & Noble, buy 4 or 5 books and have them all read within a month and a half. And that's like $70 to $100.
Books are expensive, and it's crazy because you wouldn't think about it, but I've run into books that are so expensive and you're just like, holy crap. But the feeling of like finishing a hard copy book and like having it on your bookshelf afterwards is just like,
yeah, I don't have any more room.
that just means you need another bookshelf.
Where am I going to put it?
We'll figure this out. We'll plan it out.
Are you going to build it for me?
Yeah, I'll build it for you.
Bob Builder.
I built my vanity and my bookshelf and part of my bed at the time. And
Okay, Bob the Builder.
I
just don't want to do it myself.
I'll do it for you. You just pop open the energy drink, read your book over there, and
feed you snacks.
Yes.
Okay.
Like Cheez-Its, just every little bit. That's what I ate last night.
We have to go see if any store here has the gluten-free Cheez-Its.
And then I can buy myself a new bag.
They're like limited edition and only roll them out to certain stores, and I have yet to find them. I can, but
then you
Target. Well, Target has like a weird policy where like it has to be $32 to buy it online and for them to ship it. So I would have to buy like, I think it was 5 boxes.
That's a lot of Cheez-Its.
Why am I going to buy 5 boxes of something? I don't know if I'm going to like it.
Exactly. Comes home with 5 boxes.
I can, but like, I have a Target 5 minutes down the road.
That's a dangerous place to put a Target.
It's Ulta, Dick's, Old Navy, Barnes & Noble, Five Below, and Target.
Ooh, so we might not make it out of that shopping center today. Maybe I already don't. I spent money on boots and hot dogs.
They are.
And they're stunning. Like, I don't regret it at all. I think they're beautiful. I just, like, it's so funny. We walked in just looking, and I saw them, and I was like,
get them.
yeah,
Do
yes,
it.
you did.
You won't.
And then I tried them on, and I was like, oh, wait. I'm going to be so upset if I get back home and did not buy these and then can't find them where I live. So I was like, might as well.
I corrupted her finally.
I did get to wear them for a little bit today, and they were super comfy, super cute. So it was worth every penny.
That is awesome.
Mhm.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to find a good pair of boots that fit and that are comfortable. Yeah.
Especially ones that you want to spend that much money on. You know what I mean? Like, you can think they're cute, but you're like, hey, I don't want to spend the money on those, you know?
Thankfully, the ones that hurt my feet, I only paid like $50.
Yeah.
So
It worked out.
they're cute, but they hurt my feet.
Oh, jeez. No, the most I ever spent on boots was I bought a pair of Hawthorne smoke jumpers, and they were $335.
I forget which brand my white ones are, but I paid, I think, $350 for those.
Yeah, they're expensive,
They're really
but they're
comfortable.
good.
They're
They're
really comfortable.
really
Yeah.
good, but
Yeah.
they got the cork in the sole, so
Oh,
that
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
your feet kind of mold into the boots,
That's nice.
and they're
That's
like
nice.
tennis shoes.
Yeah.
Yep.
They hurt like
Yep.
hell at first, but they mold eventually.
That's how Birks are. Birkenstocks are a huge thing up here. Even in the spring and the fall with socks and sandals.
Not the socks and sandals.
The Jesus sandals and socks. That is stereotypical New England.
Chef's
It's
kiss, I guess.
specifically the Jesus sandals Birks.
That's crazy. You know
That's
what?
crazy.
That
You
is
know what?
insane.
I ain't knocking it. I've worn socks and sandals.
Yeah. Well, you might start wearing them when you get home.
Yeah, that's gonna be me when I get home now.
Literally.
I do
Socks
have a
and
cute
sandals.
pair of sparkly pink Hey Dudes I need to start wearing again.
Hey Dudes are super comfortable.
I got them
I
as
love them.
a gift. And I think 2 of my other friends have the matching like ones with us. Miss Bam! Look at her.
Oh, look at that kitty.
She is so stinking cute.
Oh, she's adorable.
She does this little like plop when you walk inside the house, and she just like throws herself down, and it's the cutest thing ever.
Yeah.
Look how fluffy she is.
Oh, so fluffy.
And she likes to pretend that she's not fed. Always.
Hey, feed me.
No, literally.
See, her hair matches her mom's hair. Black and white.
Yeah. Her tail smacking me in the face.
That's baseline.
Yeah,
You should be used to that by now.
I am.
I had a blast talking with you two. It's been amazing, and I really am glad that you were able to spend time together and enjoy each other's company. And you guys have built a long-lasting friendship through the most unlikeliest place.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. We enjoy talking to you.
Yeah. And we thank you guys for coming on here, and we definitely appreciate everything you guys do for your
We
community.
appreciate you guys more than you guys know.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you. And we appreciate that. And hopefully we can do more. We're
Yes.
trying to do more.
Yes.
We are trying to
I
do
love
more.
it.
Well, you got us in your corner, supporting and rooting for you
Always.
guys always. So
Absolutely. If we
we'll
can
be
do
your,
more,
your
we'll try.
cheerleaders.
I'm not breaking out my old pom-poms.
I think mine are still somewhere.
My bright pink ones are somewhere.
I have to get Brianne to break out some pom-poms. She was a
Pink
cheerleader
ones?
too.
Pink ones?
Yeah.
Oh, Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, it's perfect for EMS Barbie, pink one.
You might fit in my old top
I'll be
that I
excited.
still have.
I don't miss
I
it.
should.
No.
I miss cheer though. I don't miss necessarily the culture, the environment, but I miss the sport. Yeah. I've only ever been to one football game. It was a Pats game. My high school was too small to have a football team. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
That is insane. That is insane. So it's a tiny, tiny school.
My graduating class was 24 kids, and that was considered huge.
Holy moly.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. That's tiny.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like the whole town right there.
Yeah. It was it was interesting, to say the least.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, I will let you ladies go about the rest of your vacation together, and hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your last couple of days together.
Thank
And,
you.
Thank you
don't
so
spend
much.
too much money.
So much.
And if you say yes, I guess you're stuck. You got to buy something.
Exactly. Thank you.
You're welcome. We love you guys, and keep listening to the radio station.
Yeah,
You keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
We love you. You guys stay safe. All right. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye.
All right, bye.
That's going to wrap up this off-duty conversation. Thank you for spending time with us and for being part of the 8158 community, where we honor the stories in uniform and the lives lived beyond it. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow the 8158 podcast so you don't miss future off-duty conversations and our regular Sunday episodes. Until next time, stay safe, take care of each other, and we'll see you back on duty soon. Salud.